Hello, and welcome back to episode 14 of Rule the Waves 2 German Brawlers. Last episode, we finally had our peace with Russia and France, got the Baltic states, and did a lot of refitting and shuffling stuff around. Coming back into it, we're going to try to go to war with France today. So the rebellion that the UK had in Malta continues. Looks like the French, actually that's not a refit, probably the original build. New destroyer, 1910, 700 tons, 3 torpedoes, 3 guns. Okay, a naval visit by Italy. We're asked to comment on the visiting ships. They are our allies. Be pretty non-committal about it. Usually I do the saber rattling for that. Push our tonnage up, but I think I'm going to wait. Go back to ships under construction, halt that one for a little bit. The British not only have lost Ceylon in the last one, they're losing Malta in today's episode. Longitudinal framing for the Italians. And we got our first 2 Helgolands. New float planes. These ones supposedly more reliable than the previous one. Big thing for me is range for float planes. I don't see anything that stands out beyond that for others. Gotta retire some of these. These ones are old or short ranged. I'm gonna obsolete them. Keep the Fieslers. See how the Heinschels do. Here's how to do. Get the flying boat first. Reliability and range again. And restart our other Helgoland. We'll let our reserves start to build up. Depth charges, yes. We can redesign a new Corvette. Specifically for ASW. We might want to do that now. Let's go do that. We want a Corvette. We want it to have depth charges. We want it to also have minesweeping gear. Don't need torpedo defense. Based it on something that's small. We'll pump it up to 24 knots, which is the maximum for Corvettes. 25 gives you an error. And yeah, I don't really see anything else we want to do to it. I mean, we can leave the minesweeping gear on, and we can throw mines on it, so that they do all of the above. Except, don't remember whether these apply when they're on trade protection. Assume they do. We'll build an all-in-one. Can't build this one. That's, yeah, needs to be a minimum of 600 tons. And we stick a 5-inch gun on it. Oh, we can't have mines on these. Rate of fire decrease because it's overgunned. I'm okay with that. we get to use our higher quality 5-inch at a 10% rate of fire penalty. And I guess a couple of 3-inches as well. Bit silly, but I wanted to use the tonnage. But how does that affect the cost? I don't know. I might leave those guns off. Upgunning it wasn't a big deal, but we get a lot more crew complement with the 3-inch guns, up to 59 instead of 47, which significantly increases the time build. And once it's built, that extra crew complement translates into extra maintenance cost. Don't really want that. And long range isn't an option. Polarstern. Polarstern. Not sure. 1 month to design that out. They're 2-inch guns. I'm of the camp that 2-inch guns are relatively pointless. Go to the build screen. 12 to start. Braunschweig, Helgoland are ready. Okay, that's a pretty reasonable battle cruiser. Certainly fast. I kind of need the money right now. Beast endurance. We get reduction gears. Oh, right. That'll bring us close. Fighter Newport. Okay. Gradual increase in national ASW capability. Aircraft bombing of ships. They want effective SIGINT. No. Not that I think it affects them much. I just don't want to sell it to them. Weight savings, secondary directors. Ooh, new flying boats. What do we have? All of them longer range. Go with the longest range one. Not significantly slower than the other ones. Relatively tough and maneuverable. And we'll go with that one. And then we'll go to the fighter. Oh, I keep forgetting. In here, that matters. We'll try to get more reliability and range. We'll worry about the stuff that makes it a better fighter later. Get our third Helgoland, which allows us to build more of our new corvettes. Like promising results from the anti-aircraft artillery. Yeah, I'm not going to lie down for that one. No stealing technology. So, anti-aircraft artillery will be high. I want to drop something to low to compensate for that, though. Fire control is not going to go down. Hmm. Tough decision. I don't really want to sacrifice anything, but who does when it comes to technology? So I think I'm going to lower shipboard aircraft operation. With 2 turns left, I'll get the last group of 12. We'll have 36 total. Should be more than capable of handling. Oh, we lost our security agreement with Italy. Finish that thought. Having 36 more corvettes should fulfill all of our trade protection needs. US gives us better accuracy, more damage from penetrating hits, and our last Helgoland. Ooh, above water torpedoes on light cruisers, making those a lot more useful. Buying the... no, I don't really feel like sharing right now. More corvettes, better torpedoes out to 10,000 yards now. New fighters, hopefully with actual reliability now. I'm most interested in higher range for these at this point. But I kind of like this one. We have a range. New one. Tough, it's maneuverable. Has good speed. We'll do it. Alright, so the new float plane is of average quality. I'll obsolete the old one. We'll see if we can't get that quality even better. Or reliability. One Corvette is. They're our nice ally for now. Alright. Kaiser has made a foreign policy gaffe. Smooth things over, we'll criticize the French. Air bombing of ships with light bombs. Excellent. More corvettes. Absolutely, we'll raise tensions all the way. Heavy A. Machine guns. Excellent. Now we can put some anti-aircraft armor on our ships. At this point, we're about to be at war with France again. We'll pull up the Ariadne, see how much weight savings we have now. Especially now that we have anti-aircraft guns we can put on it. Light ones aren't super great. They can cause fighters or bombers to be disrupted before they drop and after they drop, or a chance to kill them or shoot them down before and after they drop. But as speeds get higher, they disrupt less before the drop of whatever bombs or torpedoes they might have. If that makes sense. Can't save a little. Yeah, I want to have a little bit more turret top. Definitely want to have stronger face armor. Increase the conning a bit. Get some. If I drop that again. Oh, and we want the director. A lot of conflicting demands here. Keep the secondaries at weaker armor. Gonna sacrifice the conning tower armor. Could drop her back down to 25 knots. But don't want to do that. Kind of like where this is going. Drop the secondary guns a little bit. Oh, we can put a director on those. That's why I wanted to drop them. Because they're more accurate now. So shouldn't need as many. Keep her at 16,000 tons. A little bit faster. That's 300 tons. Well, let's see what that would look like. Bring that back up. Bring the conning tower back up. See if we can get the 5 inches of armor on the secondaries. Can we squeeze that? No, that's way too much. Increase the conning tower. Get half. Nope. Looks like do something like that, and that'll be for extra upgrade. Yeah, I don't. 5 more rounds for the primaries isn't going to make a big difference. Having about 50 tons left over for any additional upgrades would be useful. Oh yeah, that's why I'd had so many. Forgot about the 40% reduction in firing speed because small triples. Doubles looking any better? No. I'd have to do single mounts. And I just don't want to. So we'll keep them in triple mounts with the slower rate of fire. Save that. Oh, better torpedo protection too. Ah, jeez. Conflicting demands on these. Could switch to all or nothing. Give us a significant weight savings that we can use for a little bit more there, a little bit more there. So our turrets are better future proofed, and we have some additional belt armor. Up to 6.5. This is looking a little bit less like, say, a Pensacola. A little bit more like maybe, what would be a good example? A Baltimore. If you know your American heavy cruisers. Bump up the light anti-aircraft guns, and I think I like it. Where do we want to armor the main turret? Yes. Yes, I do. Yes, I want to overwrite. Take 3 months to design that. Inclined belt. Nice. Where instead of having the belt be perpendicular to the water, it's flared out a little bit so that any incoming rounds are less likely to hit the belt and more likely to hit the deck. Fastest we get. We're going to have to do increased elevation. The Ariadne will be delayed again. Even faster than expected. Excellent. That's our new flying boat, our new fighter. Getting another float plane to see if we can make them more reliable. I don't really need to sell anything anymore. Improved depth charges. Always useful. Corvette. And our float planes are ready for evaluation. Now with bombs. Wow, a single 250-pound bomb on a float plane? See, we don't want the one without guns. We can have more toughness or more maneuverability. More speed or maneuverability. One also has the longest range, so we're going to go with the Heinkel. They've made a better one, but with no bombs. I don't care. Nope, we're going to rework that design. Increased elevation. That gives them 18,000 yards of range from 16,000. Yes, I want to overwrite. Take one more month. Then go back and look at our flying boat once more. There'll be bombs on it now. And yes, we can finally build some Ariadnes. See if we can get 6 in there. I like it. We want to pre-position anything for France. No, I think we want to keep the bulk of everything up in Northern Europe to start with. Oh, our old Corvettes are getting old. Open that design for rebuild. Some depth charges. And we'll get rid of our 3-inch guns for it. Yep, I'm happy with that. Put those 24 into refit for 3 months. I don't want to sell to Russia. Better weight savings. Oh, flight deck. And make a seaplane carrier now. What would that look like? Don't care. Don't have catapult. 4-inch guns and an interesting configuration. Do all or nothing. 26 knots. Really, let's make these 5-inch guns. That is true. Won't be able to stop. We'll have to stop to launch aircraft because we don't have a flight deck and we don't have catapults. But I suppose we should build at least one. Apparently a large sea. Not sure where the cutoff is yet. Wow, they want. Or I just don't have them yet. I can do conversions, that's right. Yeah, so I could redesign one of the light cruisers to be such. I think we'll wait. Not interested in selling to the Russian. Armor piercing rounds. Finishing our reconstruction. All of them. British want an inclined belt. Superimposed turrets on heavy cruisers. After we decide to lay down the Ariadnes. Isn't that superimposed there? I have to know. Did. Yeah, that is superimposed already. Okay. Better 11-inch guns. Alright, they have a new flying boat they think might be useful. Now I have a request in progress, but these ones have bombs. We'll at least be able to compare them. And let's look. Under 10s have 11-inch guns. I'm going to upgrade those, increase their elevation. Get better 9-inch as well. And we can slap on some machine guns. Trying to decide whether I want to replace the machinery or not for these. I think I will wait. We'll just slap the machine guns on and see how she comes out. Ooh, secondary, yes. Ah, making it difficult. Reduce the tertiary guns though. Let's do that. Put on many machine guns as we can. Get the director for the secondary, increased elevation, better quality guns for primaries and secondaries. And I think that's actually a pretty decent refit. More than I intended, but definitely going to help those ships be relevant for a little bit longer. Do the same for our craft space. Need better guns, increased elevation, secondary directors, already good quality guns on those. And then put some machine guns on. It's a little too much. Can decrease the tertiary armament. It reclassifies a battleship. Well, I guess it is kind of slow by current terms. Could replace the machinery. Get a couple knots out of it. How's the penetration on these? Oh yeah, those turrets are not going to survive for long. Do we want to take the time to do this? 11 inches, 3 on top. Gives a decently sized immunity zone for the turrets. Hmm. If I'm spending that amount of time, I can adjust the ammunition now. Go with 27 knots. Increase the armor. 11. Also adjust the ammunition. And a few more machine guns. Alright. This is going to be quite a bit more expensive. Still a battle. That's still a battleship? No. We need 28. Alright. These are more useful to me as a battle cruiser, not as a battleship, because of the types of battles they're going to get into. And with how old they are. Moccasins are using 11-inch guns. We want to rebuild these ones as well. Get the better 11-inch guns, secondary director, increased elevation. Can't put these in turrets after the fact, can I? Can. Not terribly expensive either. It's some weight savings, but we lose the rate of fire. Do like we did with Ariadne's and drop the amount. Base machinery. No. Don't want this to be a battleship. Need to get it up to 28 knots if we're going to do that. Make their engines less reliable by squeezing a larger engine into the same space. And we'll put some machine guns on it. Don't go that far. That. We can secondary armor some. Don't like doing that. But we get the fire ammunition that I'm trying to standardize around 180 right now. We get enough guns that we cancel out the rate of fire bonus. We put them in triple turrets, so we save weight while still having some armor. Ooh, and if we're going to be doing this, would bulge out the armor, or bulge, get some torpedo defense on this. We're already spending a ton on these. Use that to get our secondary ammo back. Secondary armor. Perhaps boost it, but I'm thinking I would rather boost the primary armor. Leave a little bit of a cushion behind. Alright. That refits all of our battle cruisers. Some of which will be a year out of line. Or offline, I should say. And it's expensive. Not sure it's worth it. We're gonna find out. Early air launch torpedoes. Alright. These two I like. Range, low speed, as bombs. See if we can get a torpedo bomber. Alright, rangefinders. Or heavy AA. We'll have to pause some of these. I think we'll pause. And the Mackinson. That'll give us enough time to get the Von der Tans out. No, not gonna sell to you, Japan. Weight savings. Roof direction. Of course, more refits. Smoke floats for light cruiser smoke. This is what the naval race was all about. No, I'm not going to sell fish oil. Now we can do a CVL conversion. We probably will. We go to war right now. Right when we have most of our ships refitting. Fine, it's fine. So a fleet battle that we are heavily outnumbered in. Because of that. But let's go ahead and see what happens. All right. Get my destroyers into a support role again. I don't like them screening unless it's nighttime. The Blucher is acting dependent. Leave it at that. Has 9-inch guns. Because they're all our Victoria Louises. Keep these ones in a scouting role. We'll maintain contact. I think our refits will do us well once they come out in a few more months. But these first few months are going to be rough. And we have the French now firing upon us. So let's get our scout cruisers. Do a core roll. Do that to the Blucher as well. Get our battle line up to speed. Actually, not yet. Horse takes a hit. Now we need to get up to speed. We'll do 20 knots though. Not 21. We're going to try to keep everyone together. So on the French side we have the Rhones with 14-inch guns, 26 knots. They will dictate the ranges. Lions with heavier armament, 15-inch guns. The antiquated Duquesnes. Come on. Oh, we haven't identified that one yet. The Guidons, which actually have a decent armament, enough guns to be pretty threatening. Multiple Guidons. Okay. So, we have our Helgolands with 12 14-inch guns. A little bit weak on the deck armor. We're at 20,000 yards. We want to be at least 15, preferably like 12,000 yards. Get the most out of our guns while exposing us to the least from the French guns. So we're going to use the 10,000 yard range of our torpedoes as an indicator. Hull hit bounce. Helgoland taking one. Getting a hit in on the Duquesne though. Keep barreling in for now. Another hit on the Duquesne. Braunschweig taking an engine room hit, but it bounces. Armor was effective. See if I can get the mini. I want to see when we get all turrets engaged. There we go. 2 more hits on the Duquesne from the Helgoland. Another one from the Lothringen. Worth takes a belt extended hit, which penetrates, not surprisingly. Oh, wow. Lothringen takes quite a big hit there. Knocks out all of her turrets now. She's not in terrible shape, though. Turn back in. Worth taking a belt hit that penetrates. Possibly from this Marengo, which does have 16-inch guns, so that's why they're penetrating the belt. Considering that, let's turn with the Marengo. 5-inch hit on them. Helgoland bounces a hit. The Rhone. Alright. Esne takes a 5-inch. Not a big. Flash fire for the Lothringen. Flash fire. It blows up. Not an auspicious start. The one consolation I'll take is it's less likely we will have flash fires in the future now. Something about your big expensive battlecruiser blowing up that causes people to be like, maybe we shouldn't store bags of powder more than we need in hallways, the elevators, and the turret enclosures. Like, maybe we should close some of those doors when we're in battle. That was a series of 3 hits on the Marengo. Another one. Another one. 2 more on the Marengo. Alright, we're pouring a decent amount of fire with them not shooting us very often. Horse taking a hit. Our heavy cruisers are now dueling with their battle cruisers, which will not go well. And our heavy cruisers are ancient and not very fast. Light hits on the Marengo. A heavy hit. Helgoland takes engine room hit though. Engine disabled. Gonna fall out. Bunch of fire into the Marengo. Bunch more. Found the range, laying into them. Going slow. Actually managed to destroy 2 of her turrets. This is good news. 4 more hits. Alright, let's turn in. Especially since we want to get our heavy cruisers into the back of the line with the way their battle cruisers are. We've destroyed a 3rd turret on the Marengo. He's vulnerable and I want to close in for the kill. Helgoland appears to be making steam again. Up to 5 knots. Turn out. Alright. Continuing to fire on the Marengo. Rome taking a hit as well. Harpon may be coming in to disrupt us from getting too close to the Marengo. Not yet. Yeah, her max speed is 20. Her current max is 5, though. We're gonna have to detach her and send her home. She won't be able to keep up, and she'll have to be detached 5 knots. She's very vulnerable. That's her current max speed, and I don't think that will recover. It might. Those 5-inch guns need to be shooting at the Harpon. Bring us up to speed again. Now that the Harpon's pointing the other way. Continuing to pour fire into the Marengo. Keeping her 16-inch guns from firing on us by keeping them all disabled. Is how big a ship? 31,000 tons. So she's not going to go down easily. Can I detach that land? She's down to, got 2 stars of damage. We can actually detach her, send her home. See if we can get somebody to torpedo the Marengo. We'll turn and start engaging these battle cruisers. Alright, Braunschweig taking a hit. That armor is effective. Marengo taking 3. Declare her armor is not effective. And with that, I think we're going to have to finish this battle next time because we're running short on time. So, we've managed to get into war with France, while most of our, no, actually all of our battle cruisers are in the middle of a refit. We're not going to see them for at least 4 months, I think 5. So we're currently in the initial battle, the starting fleet battle between Germany and France. And this should be interesting because we're heavily outnumbered. But we've already disabled their Marengo class. That dreadnought's likely to go down. 16-inch, 10-gun, cross-deck fire dreadnought. And we pretty much took it out. And it had 12-inch turret. Might have been the turret tops, but at the ranges we were shooting, it should have been the turret face, and our 14-inch guns went straight through them. And we chewed her up good. So we're off to a good start, even though we lost the Lothringen to a flash fire. I'm going to trade that out for a Marengo. Kaiser won't be happy. That's okay. We'll make it up to him. So, thank you for staying till the end. Please leave me a comment. Let me know what you think. And I'll see you next time. Take care.